Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Andres Borregales ready to get us started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's Robinson with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Right to the air with May. Hits him on the out route. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Quick throw completed by May. He's down the sideline into the red zone. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
First trip to the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Benson will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead right away. Trey Benson, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he... runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's on target. Puka Nakua. And a stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
On the 6.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Here we go.
stepping back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Okay, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Street. Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. Touchdown, LA. The Rams finish off their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early. Put a fear of God into this defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Hey, here goes throw. Hey, what's up?
Throwing is May. Looking right, and he finds him. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That just
Comes 2nd down.
Crazy.
From the gun, it's May. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. Gets it to the 15. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Lofts one deep, center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's going to try another deep one here. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Craig Woodson. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, kid? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's May. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he's sent out. He hits a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. May now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the air on 1st down, May. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Give him 24 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Here's May on 1st and 10. From the pocket. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. A dose of the hurry up here.
Second and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. It's inside the 10. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Complete on the option. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
To number 87. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Cut. Ready?
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Come on. Cowboy 80.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. His gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play on this 1st quarter. That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The Buccaneers leading so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. That's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll throw here on 1st. Complete left-sided Thomas. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing from the gun here. Cut out left. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Throwing it again here. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 3rd and short.
Back to 60.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my Facebook question. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. May. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. May looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. 1st down now, ball at the 33. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Hey, what's that? Crazy.
May trying again here on second. Brought in. He dodged the tackle. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there.
And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-point lead. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lottery. It's but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10.
Lions.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. It's everything he has under this one. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Come on. 70, trap 50.
They're throwing it. He's got a man left. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Fix the Eagles. Right there.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. The coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone. Things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get. Starts 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. Nearly stops the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing is May. There's a screen to Benson. This is not going to help their cause. They had a third down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. I'm trying to run for it with Benson. And he'll get it up to the 27. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 4 yards.
May on 1st and 10. It's a big strike downfield to Aguka. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop it.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
First down throw for May. Caught by the tight end, running the corner. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Lionel Matt's on the move here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd. Makes the grab in bounds outside. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Rams.
Looking in the air here. It's his running back. He has room past the 25. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line, he's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper.
Here we go.
Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Bronco 80. Go.
From the red zone on 1st. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Hurt.
They give it to him up the middle. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 19.
That remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and goal. Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. They'll throw for it. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Five.
He's back to throw. They don't connect there. Now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. They'll come out throwing. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook pitch route. He's hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. I'll throw it. Taking a shot deep here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, trying different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Hot 70. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's loaded another one up. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, and discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Here's the pistol snap to May. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. He gets loose down the right side. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners, too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. backs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Short pass brought in. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Christian Harris on the stop.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches. They really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Crazy.
Back to the air. It's May. He puts a Mayer under it deep down the middle. That is caught. Hits McMillan again. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Close play here, so the officials want to take a second look at it. As he naps another touchdown, Brock, I got to ask you, the former QB, is this the point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have 1 touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kay. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
Fielded at the 7. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Come on. Pass the 60.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a throw. Nakua here. He's got it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Finds him on the slant. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
From the red zone now. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams put at least a tiny dent into that lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Now Borregales on to send it away.
Borregales set to kick off.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Completed over the middle. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but should have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bucs have the first. Running from the pistol with Benson. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Here's May to the air. Completed to his running back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. And you just get the play off. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Buccaneer football, and this could be over quickly. This lead huge entering the 4th. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's May again. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Setting up, 2nd and goal. Again, it's May. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further. Third and long for him here. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers continue piling it on here in the fourth. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Ready? 90 Lions. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 19 Lions. Scoop.
Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Now Borregales on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. May. He puts some air under it deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep running away with this.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Rams 28.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Come on, come on. Hey. Ready.
Throwing from the gun. Completes another one to Thomas. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Ready. Ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. Throw is caught by the back. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Rolling back, it's the handoff. He cuts it back right. Still fighting forward. He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead.
70. Rams 28.
The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive.
Cut. Ready?
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. Go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Come on. Come on. Hey. Ready.
First and 10, looking to throw. All the left side. Still has some space inside the 35. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They are throwing it again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. Not sure why they'd want to keep a rush for no gain, but that's what we just saw, Brock. They've declined the penalty.
You know, Kate, there's times as a parent, right, you want to teach your kids some tough lessons, but I don't think I've ever seen that on professional football.
It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it. Looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play, got on top of that one for the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Here's the handoff. He's across midfield into territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful run.
Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, They got him tackled behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. Fourth down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It is caught left side. And they're going to catch him right as he gets this to the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Looking now from the gun. Trying to push deep downfield. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Here he goes, third and long. And they pick him off again! Christian Harris picks it off. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
This looks like a run drawn up for me. So it's a win for the Buccaneers.